Hey everyone, this week I have been researching preschool curriculum and it has just got me thinking about the concept of toddler work and play. For many of us, dealing with a toddler can be kind of frustrating because they like to do things like repeatedly opening and closing and banging and yelling and some of those very frustrating things. However, I have to remind myself from an educational perspective that those things that kind of drive us as adults nuts are actually part of toddler work, meaning it's not just play for them. They're not just playing with toys. They're actually working. They are seeking out tasks to complete them. They are seeking out tasks to find out how things work, how the world works. That when they open that door and it squeaks and they do it 300 times, it's because they're trying to figure out how the door opens. Why is it squeaking? How can I make it squeak? If I do it fast, is it going to squeak? If I do it slow, is it going to squeak? And we're like, oh my gosh, just close the door. But their little minds are just grasping on this information, and it's so vital to their development. So as parents and teachers, it is our task and duty to help to stimulate these environments and help them with open-ended toys. I did really well with this during Maddie's infancy. We did a lot of Montessori toys, a lot of wooden toys, and then as she got into toddlerhood, I started getting her a few more toys, and if you'll notice, all of those just regular run-of-the-mill toys, kids play with them, but they don't very typically engage with them in open-ended creative play, and it doesn't usually keep their attention for very long. While it might be frustrating, it's actually really fun to sit and just watch your child in open-ended play with things like ribbons. This is my daughter with a ribbon dancer that I got as a child. I'll see if, I'm not even sure, you can still find these, but she loves to wrap it around her hands and her feet. She likes to string the stick through holes. Like, she comes up with so many crazy things with this ribbon. It's ridiculous, but she is super concentrated and loves it. Another similar activity is lacing toys. So giving them a string and a large object with a hole and letting them string beads, or you can even do it with pasta. There's so many opportunities. Cheerios, like there's a lot of different opportunities for lacing, learning how to put things onto a string. That intense concentration that you see your toddler doing when they're doing these activities, you actually don't want to interrupt them because this is their work and this is their process. When they turn to you for help or they get up and do another activity, that's when you can kind of interrupt. But you don't want to just pull them away from that because you're actually breaking into their work and breaking into their brain development. Blocks are, of course, another one of these awesome activities. You can get even magnetic blocks or the magnet tiles. There's a lot of different building and putting together things that are those STEM toys, science, technology, engineering, and math. They are so amazing for building and connecting and spatial awareness and concrete thinking and all of this great logic building skills. Jump ropes, ropes of many kinds. Of course, these need to be supervised, but watching things move, bubbles, even, your sticks, leaves, anything out in nature, pine cones, collecting and sorting pine cones. Cheapest activity ever. They love it. Leaves with sticks and waving them around like wands. Maddie loves doing that. Collecting rocks, playing with the sand, interacting with dirt, digging in dirt. It is so crucial. Musical instruments like bells and pianos that they can manipulate in different ways. Open-ended dress up. So not the dress up kits that are like super detailed, but things like a simple apron, pot holder, little purse, types of things that they can again manipulate, kid-friendly jewelry, things that can be used in many different ways for many different creative situations. Kind of a blank hat over a specific type of hat, kind of avoiding all of those like cartoon characters and things like that and making it very blank and basic. They will have so much more interaction and creativity with that. A favorite at our house is flannel graph. We have a very simple flannel graph board. You can even make your own if you have a piece of cardboard and just put some felt on it. And you can cut out your flannel graph shape. So you just go to the store, to the like Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, get some felt. You can cut out shapes, letters, animals, all kinds of things. There are, of course, flannel graph sets you can buy, but it's very simple to make your own. I made this little bear. I was gonna bring it, but this little bear with clothes, and Maddie loves to dress the bear. She will do it over and over and over again, and it's so good for their creative mind. Some puzzles can fit into the open-ended category, but again, they're kind of a concrete object. So the more open-ended and kind of blank canvas and things that can be manipulated in many different ways, those types of toys are going to really help your toddler. So even things like a rag so they can wipe things down, a brush so they can brush things. Maddie likes to brush our entire house. A little broom, those types of things where they're doing work, they're doing things, they can copy you, and they can just be super creative and do all kinds of things to figure out how things work. It's a process of trial and error. You know, instead of jumping in and correcting them, I have to deal with this all the time. I have to remind myself to kind of step back and just take it as it is and just let her do her thing. Toddler work is super, super important. I'd love to hear in the comments below, what is the thing that your child plays with the most, whether it drives you nuts or not? What is that item that they just can't get enough of? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.